You see, Jesus is all-sufficient, self-sufficient. He has all that he needs. He is all that he needs to be. He's omnipresent. He's omniscient. He's omnipotent. He has everything. And when we understand that and try to put our mind around that a little bit more, we realize the fact that he does not need us. Jesus does not need us. Now that's a humbling thing. In Acts chapter 17, Paul is talking to a group of Greeks on Mars Hill, and he says this: "The God who made the world and everything in it, being Lord of heaven and earth, does not live in temples made by man, nor is he served by human hands, as though he needed anything, since he himself gives to all mankind life and breath and everything." You see, this thought doesn't just challenge our pride, but also our misguided motivation for serving Jesus. See, how often do we guilt ourselves into thinking that God's will can only be accomplished through our efforts? Because of what I do, I'm doing work for you, God. I'm ministering, I'm teaching, I'm praying. God, I'm praying 3 times a day like Daniel. And we think that and guilt ourselves into thinking that. Or how often do we get upset or angry at the Lord because we're working so hard for him and he's not hearing our prayers, or they're not getting answered in the timing that we want, or maybe not even at all. Certainly not the way we want. We're in a very difficult spot and we wonder, why isn't God acting on our behalf? I've been trying so hard. I'm praying so much, God. See, Jesus is not limited to our homes. He's not limited to this church. He does not need to be served by us. He does not need anything that we could possibly offer him. Yet our lives are in his hands. Every breath that comes out of our mouth, he is in control over. Jesus does not need us. But, don't you love that word? I do. Because there's usually something pretty cool that comes after it. But Jesus wants us. Our all-sufficient Savior does not need us, but he wants us. He desires us. That's a completely different way to look at this relationship. He wants us. John 3:16, you know these words: "For God so loved the world, he gave his only Son, his one and only Son, that we whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life." He wants us so much that he allowed his Son to die a criminal's death on our behalf. He wants us.